What's up? What's up? This is Quack from Philly Tri Club. We have with us two of our teammates, Amy Lou and Joy Iocca. And these two right here are going to run a marathon in a few days, flying out to Italy and running the Rome Marathon. So they were super generous amidst all the packing and life stuff going on to hop on and do a quick member spotlight just to get a little insight into why they picked this marathon, how they trained for it, um, overseas travel, and really just doing a race like this so early in the season, right? It's barely March, but these two are going to go out and conquer a marathon. So let's start with Joy. So, have you run a marathon before?
No, this is my very first marathon. I've done many half marathons and a couple half Ironmans, but this will be my first 26 straight all the way through.
Wow.
Well,
And then what about yourself, Amy?
Yes, I've done several marathon. I've done the Marine Corps, the Pocono Marathon, and a few of the Philadelphia Marathon.
So you're seasoned there, and
And
I
each,
have to ask why the Rome Marathon?
so I chose the Rome Marathon. One, I have a good friend that's currently living in Florence, and I had a great time seeing her 6 months ago. And I really needed another excuse to go to Italy while she was still there. So coupled with that, and this weekend being my birthday, and it being nice and warm and light out, I thought, what better time to break out a first marathon? It's a good reason to go in, and I get to see Rome in like 5 hours.
So amazing. And then I take it you talked Amy into this?
A little, yeah. I may have had some insight. I think that she wanted to go to Rome. I don't know, Amy, was it on your list? I think it was on your.
yes, it was on my list this year. And the moment I finished thinking about Rome, literally 10 minutes later, I get a text from Joy, and I say, "This is the sign." And I just scream so loud. I say, yes, yes. What a better place to run in Rome, because it provides such a good blend of history, culture, and challenge. And it's just such a great, iconic city that is truly inspired. But in addition to that, just sharing the experience with the fellow club member is priceless. Make it more meaningful. And it's not always about the run, the journal, but it is the people you share with and all the memory that you create. And that's what makes it so special.
Man, I love hearing that, Amy. And as you're talking about making memories, right? Certainly a bit memorable having to train through the winter, a very cold winter
Yes.
in
Yes.
Philadelphia. Can you describe what it was just like training for an event like this in a marathon, just through the winter months where, most folks, this is kind of time where they take it easier, they're inside more. Like how did you train for something like this over the winter? Like how did you stay motivated? What was it like?
Well, winter training is present itself as a very unique challenge because I run much better in the warm weather. So knowing myself to sign myself up, running, training in the freezing cold, in the dark, whether before you wake up or after work, they both are dark, very less motivated. So how I overcome that is just take a few deep breaths, embrace the discomfort, because it is a discomfort that is the key to for growing and resilience. Um, Running is not always an inspirational. That's a bunch of BS. I think the true thing is you wake up in the morning and you're gonna ask yourself, to go or not to go. In the cold, your nice, comfy bed, and obviously, the moment that you answer that, 5 second or 6 second, you got to get up and go. And it's kind of like strengthening your mind and your body in a way that if I do something that is too comfortable, I know that's not for me. At least I try to. And Jimmy's good at this. We inspire each other. He was like, you better go, you better go. And then we both get up and go. So it helps to have a partner that, we just, he kick my ass, I kick his ass, and we kind of like go, we inspire each other to get through the coldness. And it's more of like a commitment. It's more of a pushing through something that is not comfortable, or your mind's going to talk you out of the excuses. It's to this and it's to that. And I know for me, complaining is not going to make the weather any better, or it's not going to make any mile easier. So you might as well just like turn that thing off, turn that thought off, and you just put on your shoe and you just go.
Yeah, one foot in front of the other, and then just saying that, one foot in front of the other, right? I know Joy, on the other hand, when we say one foot in front of the other, lots of time on the treadmill. So Joy, what was your experience like training
Yeah.
for the marathon?
So training was really interesting. So, I finished off last season with the Jones Beach 70.3. So I was already primed for a half marathon. And so I thought, well, if I can do a half marathon and then I can, and I can work out continuously for 7 straight hours, of course I could do a marathon, right? So step one, say you can do it. Step two, I actually printed out a marathon training plan, and then I kept myself accountable, crossed off the ones that I did if I ended up adjusting the time. Ran a couple of times with Amy outside when it was warm, which was really nice. That was very motivating. But then I did tell her that I don't run outside if it's less than 40 degrees. So my sub 40 degrees was spent the long runs on the treadmill with the great company of the PTC Tri Club doing their Saturday bike runs. So I would join in with the folks on the call riding on Zwift. So that was really helpful to pass the time. And I made sure to not, I got some really good advice that the long runs are not fast runs. They are really safe zone 2 running, so that, you really try to run the distance, if you will. So I think that's what I did. And I watched a lot of TV. So it was a good distraction. And for me, it was nice to, training during the winter as it gets dark, and then you can see it as it starts to get light. It really gives me something to look forward to make it to the spring.
Amazing. And I have to slide in there, Joy, that you've technically already run a marathon, right? So for those that don't know, Joy ran a full marathon on a treadmill already, right? So we joke that this marathon in Rome is just a victory lap, right? So it really is a testament, both Amy and Joy, like putting in that work, having that discipline throughout the winter months to just get it done, right? I think that's the key there. And the main thing is that, some of these days, especially in the winter, you're not going to be motivated, right? And trying to find that motivation, sometimes you're not going to find it. But I have to give you two a lot of credit, just being so disciplined over the winter months and really having this goal in mind. So, kudos again, and enjoy. This is gonna be a great birthday present for you. So that this day's gonna come. Let's start with Joy. What would you describe as a successful day for you in Rome for this marathon? Describe what success will be like.
So, first off, I have to be able to find where I'm going, right? Because I don't speak fluent Italian, so I have to be able to if I can get to the starting line, that will be really good. And I think, I feel pretty comfortable with the distance and the pace. I'm a little nervous about like a blister. So I the potential to get a blister. So I got a bunch of extra blister protection things. And so I think that will be, obviously finishing. If I could finish in just a tiny bit shorter time than when I finished my treadmill marathon, that will be even like really just icing on the cake.
Awesome. What about you, Amy? How would you describe as a successful day for you?
You are so amazing, Joy. I cannot even run a long distance on the treadmill. I'm such an outdoor person, but kudos to you. Successful race day for me would be not only finish that, but really set a time to embrace what's going on, who's going to be there, new setting, new people, and just take some quiet time and just really soak it in. And I don't intend to listen to any music. I intend to stay completely present, unless there's like the last 3 miles whatever the mine is, then I might put something to push me through. But other than that, I don't normally run with music on because I want to have the experience, to soak in all the experiences and meeting people from all over the places, and just finish. And most greatest thing is just finish with my husband. Something that we do all the time, racing, any race. I'm very grateful for that.
Awesome. So I fully expect both of you to cross the finish line, right? Then you're going to go celebrate. Anything cool that you have planned for Rome? Anything you're going to check out?
Yes. First of all, we're going to celebrate big time for her birthday.
Absolutely.
That is especially the moment to remember. Also, spending time with our friends. I'm meeting another friend who's coming from Spain. I can't wait to meet her. And just overall, just relax and embracing the whole experiences.
What about you, Joy? Anything on the list to check out?
So I really go for the food, and I'm looking to find a couple more off the beaten path restaurants where you don't, they don't have a menu, they don't have they just feed you, right? Like sitting in your grandmother's house. So I'm really looking forward to finding a couple of those restaurants. I found one in Florence last time we were there, and the food is just, it's something I can't make at home, and I can make pretty much anything. And then as far as sightseeing, I'm going to leave it up to Amy and then my other friend Andrea, who's coming down. Kind of just gonna go with the wind to see what do I need to see, what I haven't seen.
Yeah, we're gonna spend a few days, 5 days in Rome, and moving down to the Amalfi Coast, the Sorrento, and the Capri Island. So pretty much heading south, and Pompeii too.
It'll probably be a lot warmer than Philly,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yes.
Awesome. So thanks so much for just sharing a bit about this experience. We're certainly looking forward to hearing about it when you get back. So just to wrap up, any special thanks, shout outs you want to give? Amy, we'll start with.
Pretty much my husband. He's I'm just very grateful that we met. We've done so many races and do anything. I mean, it's not always perfect, but we kind of evolve, learning about each other, growing, and just overcome. Just he teach me so many things, and I we just compensate with our weakness and strength, and also of course the PTC club, and you guys are the best. The staff, I had so much fun on Sunday, and I know there's a lot of work behind the scene, and I really want to let you guys know that how appreciate I am with all the staff, and all the people are just so wonderful. I have nothing else to say other than all the great things.
Well, thank you, Amy. And hey, shout out to Jimmy. Shout out to Jimmy. I love it. I love it.
That he's going to sign. So you don't have to run, but he's jumping in.
Joy, what about yourself?
Yeah, well, I definitely want to give a shout out to my husband Jim and then my son Simon. One, because they there were a lot of things that I didn't get to do over the winter because I was running, so I had to adjust some of my plans, and so I'm grateful that they were accommodating to my plan adjustments. Really, so excited for Amy and then my friend Andrea and her daughter Sienna to spend time with them in Italy. And I also want to thank the PTC Club because over the past, 6 months and really over the past couple of years, the Discord that we have is really helpful when you're like, what do I do for this? Or, what kind of a shoe should I wear for this? Because I have like 3 different pairs of shoes. Do I wear the light shoes? Do I wear the foam shoes? Do I wear the carbon fiber shoes? And so all the questions and help that I got over the past 6 months. And a big shout out to whoever is going to join me in the fall 2026. Cosmo, full Ironman. Come on, Amy, you want to go.
Putting it out there, Joy.
Just putting it out there.
I'm telling you, if you have somebody to do the race with you, it is like the most wonderful thing. You struggle together, you laugh together. It's like such a great experience having another member coming along.
Awesome. Well, appreciate again both of you sharing a little bit with us. Super interesting. Great to hear what our members are up to, races that everyone's doing together. Again, I don't need to say it, right? But you're just gonna rock it at the marathon. You've done all the work. Again, this is a victory lap for you two. Enjoy it. Enjoy Italy. And again, can't wait to hear about it when we come back.
Thanks so much for having us, Quack.
Thank you.
Thank you.